Please join with me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order! Arms! And face! Prepare to post colors. Ready, face. All right. Good. Mark.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may have a seat. If you are just walking in, we do have a couple of seats up here in the front and center, right where you wanted to be. And again, if you do have an empty seat next to you, we would invite you to slide over and make room for our remaining guests tonight. Our program will flow as follows. We would like to first show you a video highlight of the year that our recruit class 5-7 has had. They had a very long and grueling 14 weeks out there, and we'd like to give you a little opportunity to see that. So we'll do that first.
from working at the mine, mortgage loan officers, UFA maintenance, and logistics, all the way to former police officers, paramedics, wildland firefighters, and all the way to Big Dave from New York. So it was FDNY is kind of a big deal. Little backstory about me. This is a pretty cool opportunity I have to be and graduate in this building with you guys. I started my fire experience here in the classroom that's just right through those doors here at JTech. So it's kind of come full circle for me. So this is a great honor. So little timeline. We started back in July. We all kind of came in and they gave us a rundown on how the testing process is going to go. Then we took our tests. A couple of months later, more waiting ensued. Took our written or oral, and then had our physical test, which then led up to the big camp start February 1st at 6:20 a.m. in Magna, Utah. You can ask any of these recruits. It was a very cold morning. Nerves were high, but it was also 15 degrees, so the shivering was covered up by the cold. You couldn't tell if it was nerves or if you were just freezing to death. But that fateful morning, 6:20 came around, kind of was off to the races. Coffee mugs were chucked, yelling began, squats, push-ups. It was kind of chaos, but that's where all the fun began. So I won't tell you every little story, but I'll just sum up. Our first 5 weeks, we split class in half, Sunday through Wednesday and Wednesday through Saturday. First 5 weeks, we encountered our first fire, as you guys saw in that video, ripped up a few cars, tested our skills, and pulled endless amount of hose. Before we knew it, our 5-7 family was back together, and I don't even remember those first few weeks without all of us being together. So our second half was adjusting, getting used to one another, but that was mainly because we only had 4 microwaves in a tiny space to live together and heat up our lunches every day. So following 4 weeks, we did March Madness, which was super fun, a lot of competition, evolutions, and then our first 48-hour shift. In all of this, we had our ups and downs, different challenges, whether it's being away from our loved ones, spending endless time fighting, the emotions of being a firefighter, being a recruit firefighter, having good days at camp, having not so good days at camp. But this is what this family is for. 5-7 is a family, and we lifted each other up and built each other up. So now I just want to go ahead and I want to thank everybody in this room that's been on this camp roller coaster with us through our late nights, our endless hours of studying, or maybe not so good attitudes when we came home. Us being exhausted, and you loved us anyways, and you got us through the last 14 weeks. I just want to thank the training cadre. You guys helped us become firefighters, but not only become firefighters, you helped us become better people and better humans. So from all of us at 5-7, thank you guys for loving us and supporting us. We love you guys. This is the fun part for me. I just want to thank all 25 of you sitting in front of me. I can't imagine going through camp without you guys. You guys have been my rock for the last 14 weeks. All of you have pushed me, whether that's being better and faster in evolutions, pushing me through workouts, lifting my head up when it's down when I mess up on something. I'm a huge believer in things happen for a reason, and I know I was meant to meet all of you because you have changed my life for the better. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Quick, 2 more things and I'll wrap this up, but just want to give a huge congratulations to Isaac Sefcik. He had a baby on Monday morning, and he's doing very well. It was supposed to be a girl, came out a boy, so. And then one more thing before before I go, happy birthday, Miss Kayla Schafer. We love you.
All right, Riley, I'll give you your $20 later for saying good things about us. Okay. Good evening, once again. As Riley said, thanks for coming. Thanks for supporting these folks. They have worked hard for the last 14 weeks. A lot of accomplishments, a lot of successes, some failures, but we overcome those. So I am Captain Dustin Dinkel, along with all these other folks over here. We've spent the last 14 weeks with these folks, had the pleasure with our guests of honor. We're the ones that they've come home and said all the bad words about. All right, so take a good look at those folks. Okay? All right, so I want to start by saying how proud we are of you folks in 5-7. You guys have worked extremely hard. You have. Like I told you yesterday, there's a lot of bright stars in this group. I see a lot of you taking a lot of the spots that you see over here. Okay, so keep up the good work, keep that fire you have, and I'm super excited for your futures. So it's very common for this speech to take place for me to tell you about what they've went through, successes, failures, and all of that. I'm not going to do that tonight. That's their story to tell. You can ask them. They've earned that right. So we'll let them tell you that story. What I want to do is address these 26 basically on the next step in your career, okay? And the story and the title of the story is going to be Remember Who You Are, okay? Let me explain to you what this means. You're going to respond to what you feel like will be countless emergent and non-emergent calls. With every single response, I want you to remember who you are. We all agree and understand that the responses will encompass a large range of medical and fire issues. That's what we've been training for, and that's what we will continue to train for, okay? But I want you to remember who you are. However, there are going to be a lot of calls that will not be emergent, right? They will not be medical, and they will not be fire. So I'm going to tell you 3 stories, okay? First story. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You get called to a smoke alarm activation at a single family home. You arrive to a 72-year-old female. She's all by herself. And she says, I think the battery in my smoke alarm is dead. You want to get angry. You want to get pissed off. And you want to say, how come you didn't call me at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Okay? Remember who you are. In that moment to her, you're not a firefighter. You become her maintenance person, but most important, you become a son or a daughter who loves this lady unconditionally. So remember who you are. Story number 2. It's 9 a.m. in the morning. It's your second shift. You haven't slept all night. And this traffic accident comes across, and it involves a mother and her young 5-year-old daughter. The mother needs medical attention, but the daughter is unharmed. You need to do your job and make sure the mom is okay, of course, but don't forget about the fire. So in short, the career is long in years, but it's short in time. So make the best of it. Always strive to be the best firefighter you can, and most importantly, strive to be the best person and the best version of yourself. So as you navigate your way through the next 25 years and reflect back on your career, remember who you are. But never, ever, ever forget who you will become. 5-7, we are proud of you, super proud of you. We're excited to see you take the next steps in your career and excited to see you succeed beyond what you think is attainable at this time. Like I said, I see a lot of leaders out there in you. Keep up the good work. We love you. Good luck. You know how to get a hold of us.
Gotta find my notes here, because people left a lot of homework up here apparently. On behalf of Unified Fire Authority, I want to welcome all of you as we celebrate the graduation of these 26 firefighters and paramedics from Camp 5-7. This is a big day for UFA, and of course these 26 individuals will probably remember this day for the rest of their careers, like I'm sure we all remember ours. I want to let you know, as Kelly mentioned earlier, that I'm standing in for Chief Burchett today. He did very much want to be here, but he unfortunately is at home recovering from a medical procedure. I would like to take a second to pass on some comments from Chief Burchett. I had the opportunity to spend a morning with this group a short time ago. What a great experience it was for me to get to know them a little bit. What I found is that we have an amazing and diverse group of people with various backgrounds to help our organization move forward. It's great for me to know that even with all this diversity, they share the same values, the same drive, and the same desire to serve the public. Now, before I get my portion here kicked off, I do want to take a second and thank Jordan School District once again for the use of this facility. It's the first time I think it's felt too small. Usually we're filling about half, maybe 3/4 up, so I apologize for those of you in the back that don't have a seat. I also want to recognize our board of directors for their ongoing support in everything that we do. There's a few of them in attendance today, so thanks for being here. And finally, I want to thank all the friends and family members that helped these firefighters successfully get through these many weeks of training. It is a stressful and demanding 14 or 15 weeks that they could not have done without all of your support behind the scenes. Hopefully, they have all shown their appreciation for your sacrifice these past few months, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all publicly. So Camp 5-7, please stand up, turn around, and join me in a round of applause for all your friends and family members. Thank you all. Go ahead and have your seats. I want to talk briefly about what it means to be a firefighter. The core of our job is to deliver customer service to the public and make life better for our citizens. We are in people's living rooms and places of work to solve their problems on their worst day. They are often at their most vulnerable when we show up to help. We must be ready to serve with kindness and competence. The public has to trust us with everything they own and everything they love, and trust that we can solve their problem. Finding the right people to do this job is critical. We focus on finding people with strong values, including integrity, professionalism, respect, accountability, teamwork, dedication, and of course, courage. They also need to have a decent level of fitness. You guys can probably attest to that. A reasonable mechanical aptitude and an ability to learn. We can train them, do all the rest. We have dedicated an extreme amount of time and resources to find the right people and make sure they are trained and ready to serve the public. Nearly every UFA division is heavily involved in the process of getting us here today. Our information outreach division does the marketing and awesome things like this video that we saw. Our HR division coordinates the overall hiring experience for all of our applicants. Our special endorsement division conducts extensive background investigation. They literally travel all over the country to make that happen. Our fire training division, of course, coordinates the 15-week training camp. Our logistics division makes sure that the recruits have all the equipment they need to participate in the training. Our technology division ensures they have access to all of our IT resources. Finance division makes sure we get paid. That's an important one. And lastly, our operations staff. All those of you out in the field, in the fire stations every day, They'll support these 26 new firefighters as they complete their journey program for the next few years to make sure they're fully ready to serve our communities. The entire process requires a lot of work, but it's worth knowing that we all own a piece of the responsibility of the hiring and training of the right people, knowing that they will help support our mission and values as we move forward. We fully understand that we are not only hiring quality firefighters for today, but we're also hiring our future leaders. I'm confident that through this process, we have found the right people to join our team. Now, as they move through their careers, many of these new firefighters from Camp 5-7 will train in other specialties or serve in various staff roles. Many will become captains, a few will become chief officers, and we may even be looking at our future fire chief right here. The possibilities for them are wide open. I want to change my focus just a little bit to kind of talk to you all here in front of me. I want to take a second to share with you that it feels like yesterday that I was in your seat being sworn in as a new firefighter. It went by in a blink of an eye. It really does. And like many of you, I was nervous as could be about my upcoming first shift, what was going to happen, what was I going to experience, my first call, what was that going to be like, hoping that I could handle any challenge that was thrown my way, and that I didn't screw up the coffee, right? We talked about this. That's important. But trust me when I say this, and you're going to hear this from senior firefighters over and over again, the time flies by. So you have to be purposeful about your future. I want you to think about who you want to be in 25 years. How do you plan to get there? What difference do you want to make? Whose lives will you impact in a positive way? And what is your wake? Today's the day that I want you to start working towards being that person you want to be in 25 years. Be intentional about your future. It says it right up on the board, I noticed. Always remember, and this is critical, this is not just a job. This is a career. This is a calling. Okay? One piece of advice that I want to share is that just like on a fire attack, you have to control the door. And what I mean by that is control the door to your future. Seek opportunities, learn from your mistakes. There's plenty of opportunities to make them. Continue your education so that when opportunity arises, you are in control of the door that you can walk through. I also want you to think about these questions. How will you make a difference in the communities that we serve? Will you be part of the problem or part of the solution? How will you take responsibility for your own happiness? How will you remain aware of your mental wellness? How will you balance your career and your personal life? And what is your financial plan to be ready for retirement when the time comes? And finally, what will be your legacy? In closing, you are all about to begin your journey as UFA firefighters. The service you provide over these next many years will make a difference in people's lives. Embrace your experiences, go forward with courage, make things happen, and be a leader. I want you to know that we are all proud to have you assigned to our stations and wearing our badge. We found the right people to join our team. Welcome and congratulations to each one of you. So next we'll be doing our swearing in here. So we'll just move things up or change things up for just a second. Right here. Okay. Okay, Camp 5-7. Please stand up. And eyes on me. You have been chosen by virtue of your background, training, and personal qualities for your position with Unified Fire Authority. Your behaviors, decisions, and actions while on and off duty reflect the image of Unified Fire Authority, its personnel, and the quality of service that UFA provides to the citizens that we serve. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Chandler Zimmerman,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will uphold the vision,
that I will uphold the vision,
mission,
mission,
values, and policies
values, and policies
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
I will act for the good of the communities
I will act for the good of the communities
of which I serve.
of which I serve.
I will strive for excellence
I will strive for excellence
while I faithfully,
while I faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and ethically perform
and ethically perform
the duties of firefighter
the duties of firefighter
with Unified Fire Authority.
with Unified Fire Authority.
You are now duly affirmed as firefighters for Unified Fire Authority. Congratulations.
You guys can sit down. All right, so congratulations. We'd like to do their badge pinning ceremony now. If you've been invited by your firefighter to participate in that, when their name is read, if you'll just come up over here to my left and you'll assist with the pinning of their badge. And this is the exciting part. So Madison, are you reading? And then command staff, whoever is going to be distributing badges will be up here as well.
Maverick Badillo. Kristopher Bradley. Cody Burden. Laili Couper. Brent Darling. Dodds. Faber. Cody Howell. Laili Johnson. Koetitz. Lenin Moreno. Morrison. Wyatt Philbrick. Kayla Schafer. Sefcik. Wyatt Snow. Rene Soriano. Thompson. Thompson. Wyatt Wiest. Woolsey. Chandler Zimmerman.
All right, thank you. And a couple more things before we conclude tonight. Specialist Sean Garrett is going to give a couple of remarks in regards to, maybe you can speak to the ringing of the bell, what that signifies, and then the return of the guidon flag. Or not.
Let's wait for all of you to get back.
All right, guys. It's now time for Class 7 to return the guidon to the training division. So the guidon traditionally is used to designate a military unit. In this case, each recruit class for Unified Fire Authority is presented and given ownership of this guidon for each of their respective camps. This symbolic flag helps establish a sense of pride for their own group and our mission. Got everybody back yet? Yep, okay. So one last time, 5-7 on your feet. Class officers, will you please return your guidon to Division Chief Koetitz?
Class, very well done. Thank you.
All right, sit down.
All right. And last thing before we conclude, I almost called you recruit Bradley, but firefighter Bradley has one more thing to offer.
Hi, how's it going? So during recruit camp, Chief Burchett was able to come and work out with us one day, and he decided to leave his mark on one of our hammers. So we decided that we were going to frame it and give it to him as a present from Class 5-7. Unfortunately, he's not able to be here today, so instead we will give it to Chief Robinson in his stead.
And with that, concludes our evening. Thank you very much. We know some of you have traveled some distance to be here, and we appreciate your attendance. We appreciate you coming into this room and the little bit of heat that we generated as well. But please spend some time. Courtney is available for some photos in front of any of the banners. There's another canopy out in the foyer area. There's some refreshments and water. We invite you to spend as long as you need to. Recruits, make sure you grab your helmet and your Class A badge for your cap, and then your certificates. It looks like you already have. So I think it would be appropriate to give our new graduates, our new firefighters, one more round of applause, and thank you all for being here.